I want to begin by saying thank you, District 7, that I didn't have to run. Thank you for having enough faith in me to send me back unopposed for another term. Let me also thank you, the citizens of Central, for your support during the time that this board has served, for passing taxes, for believing in this board to be wise stewards of your money, and to make wise choices that affected your children and your grandchildren. You know, it has been said that in life, we appreciate those things that we really have to work hard for. And if this presentation, if the sound had been loud enough and the screen had been big enough, it would have given you goosebumps to see where we're headed. I appreciate the accomplishment of this board. 4 years ago, I was quite naive, and I had no idea what being a school board member involved. How quickly we on the board learned that this has been hard work, and there were roadblocks at every turn. You know, our first charge was to choose a leader. Surely we would choose a leader right here from in Central. We believe in that. But no, we stepped out of the box and chose a Cajun from Cajun land who zoomed in here in a little brown Toyota, who's been the best thing that could happen to this system. What a leader. And we could not be where we are today without Mike Falk. Opening schools, not enough room for our students, and what we inherited from East Baton Rouge Parish was unbelievable. Dirty, dilapidated schools, but Central, the community kicked into action. They cleaned, they painted, we worked, we did all of those things and listened. We found the temporary buildings, got them started, and we did it. We opened school. Passing 3 taxes. After one failure, we begged you, trust us. Just please trust us. We knocked on doors. Let us tell you what your assessments will be. Let us pick up the phone and we'll call downtown and tell you what you'll have to pay. Trust us with your money, and you did. We will not betray that trust. We do not intend to disappoint. Choosing an architect. Against all odds and against many in Central, we chose an out-of-state architect to build our schools. We had a committee to narrow the field of architects to 3. And then we told those 3, take us and show us the best that you have. The Baton Rouge architects took us into Baton Rouge and showed us the same old, same old. I taught in Central High School for 30 years with no windows in the school. I know about that. And then we boarded a van Mike Falk rented for us. And that was the bumpiest van that I've ever ridden in. I told him we would qualify for the rodeo after this van ride. But when we disembarked from that van, we saw what Texas had. And we who were on that trip knew our kids deserved what Texas kids deserved. And that's what we're going to get. Bid process. Well, that should be the easiest thing of all. You have your process, you open the bids, the lowest bidder gets the award. No. Our bid process was riddled with scratched out bids, mismatched words and numbers, numerous lawsuits, more lawyers than I want to count, and court dates. But with the help of the Lord, we got a low bid. This board has worked so hard, and we appreciate where we are at this time. It's been almost 4 years and a long, long summer. I think that tomorrow, the newscasters say, is the first day of fall. So one crisp fall morning, when you walk outside and you're getting in your truck or your car to go to work, or you're driving your lawnmower, if you're lucky and you look up in the sky, you might see a group of geese, a gaggle of geese, flying southward for the winter in a V formation. I want you to consider what science says about this group of geese. As each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird right behind it. By flying in this formation, the entire flock adds at least 70% greater flying power together than if each bird were on its own. If a goose falls out of formation, it'll feel the drag and the resistance of trying to fly alone. One bird will lead the group, and then after it tires, it will drop back, and another goose flies point. Now, if you're a NASCAR fan, you know about drafting. My husband is, so I know when they're lined up, they go faster when they're one behind the other. But if one car pulls out to pass and it loses that draft, it falls behind. Board members must work together as a team. We must have the same goal in mind, and that goal is what is best for every student in the school system. Each board member can bring something to the table. A good board member knows his strengths, and he knows his weaknesses. He knows when to lead and when to drop back and let someone else lead, much like those geese. It's only by working together that we can reach our full potential as a board and achieve that 70% greater functioning power as a team. You have listened to some excellent candidates tonight. You know, it doesn't matter if these candidates are Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they went to public school. Mine did, but my grandchildren went to private school when they told us, listen, there will be a lottery and we will decide where to send your child. Not my grandsons. I don't want to send my grandsons to areas that I don't feel safe in. It doesn't matter if you went to parochial school, public school, private school, home school. You do what is best for your child. But what matters in this system is that these people who you choose care about all children.